Your world is made of light and noise. Mine was born from silence and pressure. You measure time in days and seasons. I measure it in the slow, imperceptible shift of the currents. I do not remember a beginning. I have always been here in the cold, dark heart of the ocean, before your sails scratched the surface, before your songs had a name for fear. You have given me many names, but the one you whisper with the most dread is Kraken. Once I was not alone, other giants roamed these depths. The leviathans whose voices were mountains of sound, that made the water vibrate for miles. We were the silent kings of a lightless kingdom. Ours was a slow dance, a life of waiting and instinct. Food drifted down from above, a rain of life from the world I could not see. My existence was simple to hunt, to survive, to exist. The surface was a myth, an unreachable ceiling, a place of blinding light and unnatural warmth. I felt no curiosity. My world was complete. It was infinite, until you arrived. The first time I sensed them, it was not with my eyes. It was a sound, an unnatural rhythm. Not the beat of a heart, but the strike of wood on water. It was wrong. And then the voices. High-pitched, agitated. Small creatures living on the edge of my world. I ascended higher than I had ever been. The pressure lessened, the light hurt my eyes. I saw the wooden shell. It was so fragile. I just wanted to understand. What was that thing? What did it hold? I extended an arm, the smallest one, to brush against it. I did not understand. Their fragility was incomprehensible. Their panic was a poison in the water. My touch meant as curiosity, was destruction to them. They thrashed. They screamed, and then silence. They faded one by one, returning to that reign of life I knew. But this time it was different. There was something terrible in that silence. I retreated, confused, frightened. Over time, I learned I would secretly approach other wooden shells. I heard their stories, carried by the wind across the water's surface. They spoke of me, but they did not describe my curiosity. They described a demon, a monster with a soul as black as the abyss, with an insatiable hunger for destruction. The Kraken, they said. They took my form and filled it with their fear. So I stopped ascending. I chose exile in my own kingdom. Their fear had built a prison deeper than any abyss. I became the monster of their stories, because it was the only way to be left alone. My solitude, once a state of nature, became a sentence now. I live in your nightmares and your legends. I am an echo in a seashell, a whisper in harbor taverns. And perhaps that is how it should be. My world was not meant to be seen, only feared. I continue to exist in the silence and the pressure. And sometimes, when the song of a lonely whale cuts through the darkness, I remember that I am not a monster. I am just the last of my kind, and I am alone.